Thanks, Deb.
A life-changing rescue has led to this important reunion taking place 1 year later.
Dina Kupfer is live in Carmichael this morning with this fantastic story. Hi, Dina.
Oh, good morning. Well, it's not every day we get to meet the person who was impacted by a fire, right? And then also the firefighter who saved them. And that reunion is about to happen live. I've actually asked that these two don't meet before our live shot so that we can see it happen in real time. But first I want to show you, this is Carmichael, and this is the home of David Mealy Jr. And last July, almost a year to the date, this home caught fire. So I want to show you some of the video that Sac Metro fire, Engine 31 that day, was able to capture from their helmet cameras, also just from the crews on scene as they were approaching. They get called every day to house fires, right? We know that. But this one was a big one, and it was rather difficult to fight. This is a multi-story unit home, and it's heavily wooded. There are a lot of trees, and there are a lot of homes nearby. And so obviously, their first priority is life, to save the lives of those who are involved in these fires. And that is exactly what a firefighter, Tyler Williamson, an engineer with Metro Fire, did. And in just moments, we're going to meet Tyler. But first, I want to meet Dave Mealy Jr. And I want to introduce you to him because now if we can bring it back here live, this is his home. This is your home that you spent so much time in with your own family. And you've been in this since the late 70s. What happened last July, that morning, when you were up from a nap?
So it was actually that afternoon that it happened. I came out, I heard the fire alarms going, and I came out into the main room, and I just saw this absolute inferno. And I'm like, I can't even save this. So I went back to the master bedroom, grabbed my wallet, some cash, just thinking, you know, I don't want this to burn. And that was my mistake.
You went back in.
I collapsed in front of the vanity for the master bed.
Okay, so then fire is engulfing the house. We want to walk inside. I want to show you. You can still see the remnants of the fire on the door. Again, this is 1 year later. He now has somebody coming through and rebuilding this home, Dave. So talk to me about where the master bedroom was in relation to what we're seeing right now.
Sure. Okay, so the master is going to be, so this is a central hallway. That's the master bath. That's the master bedroom.
Okay, and that is where you were when firefighters arrived.
Yeah, I was, let's see.
And you can see the house down to just the framework. This is all new, though. The home's being rebuilt at this point. It was 75% damage, you said.
Correct.
What was it like for you to look back at this home and know that it was almost a loss?
It was just made easier because so many people helped me, you know, right after the injury, through the hospital stays, because I was in ICU for 30 days.
Are you ready to meet the firefighter who helped save your life?
I am.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You want to do it together?
Sure.
Let's walk over. All right, we're going to come meet Tyler Williamson with Engine 31, and he is an engineer and a paramedic, and I think that is what is so important to note here. Sure. Dave, this is the man who helped save your life.
Hey, bro. My friend.
Nice to meet you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you look better.
Words cannot explain my gratitude.
Oh, thanks.
So I appreciate that.
You're welcome. We're all just here to help you out. We're all here to serve the community. So it was a big part of the whole team here. So
fantastic.
I was just one part of that tool. So
well,
yeah,
it's appreciated.
Great.
Trust me.
Did you realize at the time when Tyler was pulling you out of the window of this home that any of that was happening?
No.
No, you were unconscious.
I was unconscious, and I don't even remember the first day I woke up in ICU. So, yeah, it was a tough recovery. Yeah. And there were points where I had to say, should I stay or should I go? And I chose to fight.
You did, and I think that a lot of homeowners would put themselves in that position and not fault you for that, but I think there's an amazing lesson to be told.
Oh, absolutely.
And Tyler, we spoke a little bit before this, getting the chance to meet Dave today, it's not something that you get to do in your line of service. You come out to these fires often, but to actually be able to meet him today, what was that like for you?
Totally. It's a little unreal. You know, it's interesting to be highlighted for doing your job and being a member of the whole team that was here, but I'm certainly happy to meet you and see you walking around. I remember calling a little bit and trying to follow up a little bit and see how you were doing. And then kind of the trail got cold, you know, so to speak, a little bit there. But yeah, I knew it was coming up on, it's been almost exactly a year since our deal. So
well, what a deal it was, right? What a deal it was. And I understand that you have something.
Yeah, I got something for you, David. So the department wanted to give me something for in highlighting that, and I think it's only fair to give it to you. This is an award that the agency saw that was important enough to give to me. It's interesting, there's been at least 9 other rescues from our agency since this a year ago, and I think you should have this.
I appreciate that.
I'll give it to you here.
Yeah.
This is something that's happening more and more. And actually, your incident, David, I've been able to transition into a training tool for our whole agency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I started with support from our training division.
Sure.
Started a series focusing on these events and highlighting them on our YouTube page, Metro Fire Training. And you're the pilot episode, the Life Priority Series. So
how does that feel?
That was not the 15 minutes I was planning on.
yeah, nor me, but we're utilizing this and a bunch of other rescues that this agency is experiencing right now to help us be better at our job and to serve the public.
Yeah, and just as a result, I mean, my biggest thing is we had 3 canisters of propane that all got set off, and there was no reason to have them. We just had extras, and that just made the fire so much stronger.
Wow. Well, knowing that he was able to give that special piece to you, how does that feel?
I'll treasure it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that this is a new friendship that we are so happy to see happen as a result of such tragedy.
Yes.
Better circumstances.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Tyler Williamson, David Mealy Jr., thank you so much. And again, to the Metro Fire Department for all that they do and all of our fire crews in and around the region. We're so lucky to have all of you. Thank you so much for your service. And thank you for sharing your story today, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I hope this is a great lesson. And working smoke detectors, that's what actually woke Dave up. So make sure in your home that you have working smoke detectors. If you don't know if the batteries are new, go put them in. Just go do it today. Use this as a lesson.
That's right.
All right. Back over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Dina.